man has enough respect. Me say me's me's a little bit behind time. I was trying to fix something. But anyway, no excuses. Sorry. Now, people, let's get right into it. There, since this SSL stuff started, I will hear about the money that was in it. One name that stuck out to me was the Banana Catastrophe Fund. And because me never know what this Banana Catastrophe Fund really is, I went and do my own digging. My own digging took me to Europe, European Union. The Banana Catastrophe Fund is for farmers, banana and plant farmers who is suffering because of there's a fungus that killing out the banana them. So this money is to help out the farmers them to pivot, to retool, do other things, to change their lives. So this money was given to Jamaica, the government of Jamaica. And up till the SSL stuff here, we hear say is $98,000 of the Banana Catastrophe Fund, which is a $600 million catastrophe fund, is left. I mean, I get to understand since we start doing these videos, farmers say them not get the money. A lot of farmers say them not get the money. But let me tell you, this money is mostly for commercial farmers. Commercial banana farmers who used to ship banana foreign. You know, Europe, everybody benefit from it. Them have scientists in Europe right now studying this fungus. Them know say banana farmers all over the world is struggling. So like anything else, people tell us say, follow the money. So I start doing the digging and I start doing this video and tell us says a European Union funding. They come from Europe. Euro. Dollars, right? It's $98,000 US they invest in SSL out of that money. I don't know how you invest a money in a tax firm when the money came for the farmers. It's a fund. I don't understand if this is appropriate for the government to invest this banana money that they get in SSL, in stock, like you're gambling the money a road that you get for the banana farmers and plantain farmers in Jamaica while they struggle. But today, me do another research and we go deeper. Come and say, follow the money. You follow the money, people. The crime problem in Jamaica will be solved. I tell you. Follow the money. So today we do a different research and we'll find some other information about this banana. And they said they're going to give me sister, Debbie Jervis. She's going to read it for us. Because she can read better than me, you know. So, Debbie, what go on?
There.
Yes, people not hear Debbie Jervis. Yeah, man. So, we're going to read a little thing. We are giving an education because I'm thinking, because they never expect we will find this out. Because them think it's a farmer and read. Them are idiot. Them not going to find out where the money I come from. Banana Catastrophe Fund. Which farmer Jamaica I go Google this and find out where it come from. Which banana farmer in Jamaica go find out the details of this money. Me not call them fool, you know. Me not say them are idiot or nothing, but I highly doubt it. Farmers have more stuff to worry about than Googling some stuff. So anyway, we have some stuff to read, to educate the community, to find out what happened to this money and how much money we get. And before Roger Clark died, he was part of this. He was the one who was pushing this. R.I.P. Roger Clark. So Debbie, where you find out, Debbie?
Yes, sir.
Come and send stuff to Debbie for her to read for me. So people can hear Debbie clear.
First of all, hope y'all can hear me clearly. Are you hearing me clearly?
Guys, Debbie, I say for now you are good. When I hear her good, I want to know that before we start this thing. Bev Smith said yes. Continue, Debbie.
All right. Okay. Starting back in April of 2007, the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands was in the process of establishing a catastrophe fund for the banana sector. I'm reading from, this is information from the Jamaica Information Service. It says, the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands is in the process of establishing a catastrophe fund for the banana sector. Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, back then, Roger Clark, who made the announcement during his contribution to the 2007-2008 budget debate at Gordon House, that day, which was April 18th, 2007, said that the fund will be financed through a $31 million grant, in addition to a 20% cost recovery from farmers derived from inputs delivered under the recently signed $120 million assistance program with the European Union. That is not Jamaican dollars, that is US dollars. He said one of the things that we will be doing, let me go back to right, this is one of the things.
You listen to all them work, them play with money, All that COVID money.
Yeah.
Same thing with the COVID money, Poor people must come up. Don't go them alone for come up. This money come for the people. Listen, go and read, Debbie.
It says one of the things that we'll be doing is consistent with our drive to strengthen the linkage between tourism and agriculture, and also to increase rural incomes, meaning the people in the rural areas that do farming. It'll strengthen
so more fair start right now, Debbie.
Meaning they're gonna have more income.
You hear that?
Go ahead.
So you shout about tourism. So there will be this money is to introduce tourism to agriculture. People want to share this video, People want to share that video, some knowledge video. People make do me research, So this money is to go is to help out the farmer, them introduce the farmer, like retool, kind of convert them into tourism so them can make money. So I want to understand how many farmers at Jamaica even get them a benefit. Continue reading, Debbie.
Says in the meantime, the minister informed that the European Union Rural Diversification Project, valued at more than, $600 million, is now on stream, meaning it's there.
What kind of dollars is
it's
that?
In US dollars, sir, because they translated US dollars to European euros. Okay?
European Union.
He said that euro. The euro is the dollar, the money difference. Dollars, euros, pesos, kind of thing. 600 million is US dollars. If we translate that into euros, it'll be, it's still in the millions, but a little less.
Talk to me, girl.
He said that the intention is to provide support and alternative livelihoods to people in the banana industry who may become displaced as a result of changing trading regime, meaning it could be from natural disaster, it could be from the
fungus
kind of
them trading
thing that wipe out. Right.
The industry mash up because of the fungus or anything that happened to them.
Yes. The ministry has been promoting new non-traditional agricultural enterprises even before the project. This project, the $600 million project. It says these resources, therefore, will be used to channel people into these tried and true areas that the ministry has been promoting. He added that we intend to use these resources to further promote rural development and channel former banana growers and workers into agro-processing activities, ecotourism, quarrying, trucking services, and other worthwhile enterprises, meaning ecotourism, they're going to introduce the tourists to come to the farms to learn about farming, get a little snippet of the way they do things, how they do their growing and whatnot. Give them a little sample of whatever the farm produce is, and tell them how to
quarrying, trucking.
Quarrying, okay. The quarrying, is the rocks, is the digging of the rocks, and trucking is transporting the rocks to different areas to build roads, to build walls.
But hold on there, Debbie.
And
you want to understand how much of them farmers in Jamaica get them sitting here? This is what Europe envision, Europe want to help us. I see when they get all type of money from around the world to help the Jamaica people. That's why the people remain third world. They wrap up the money, the people don't get the money. You know why? The money too good for the people. The money is too good to give to the people, my people. You understand? So this is Roger Clark, and this is our write-up in what year? 07, right?
Yes,
07.
April of 2007.
07, people. Because I need to have to go far more than just go to Jamaica Information Service. Everything is right there. And as Debbie go by, we're going to listen, people. I didn't have to search hard to find this. So, how much of them farmers you benefit from this? Remember, remember about $98,000 in our SSL, I want to know if I eat left. I mean, I know all them are look for the grant money what they get for the farmer and I gamble it on stocks. You want to understand what they said, people? Continue reading, Debbie.
Okay. He says, let me go back. He added, we intend to use these resources to further promote rural development and channel former banana growers and workers into agro-processing activities, ecotourism, quarrying, truck services, and other worthwhile enterprises. We have the formula, and we're going to use these resources to radically transform and diversify the economic base of those banana growing communities.
Hold on, Debbie. Hold on, Debbie. You have met some politician buy some trucks out of this that was meant for the farmers.
Oh, of course.
You have met some politician that operate some quarry right now that was meant for the farmers. Some politician and some tourism stuff now that was meant for the farmers. People, continue reading, sister.
All right, that was the one article that we talked about, what we read about from the inception or the bringing the inception of the banana catastrophe.
Yeah, let's start and what it is for. The purpose of
it.
What is intended, what do they intend to do with it? The purpose of the money. So that's the purpose of the money. You see that? To live for farmers, tourism, eco-agriculture, trucking and mining and quarrying and all them stuff. You know what I say, people? More of you know how much of them banana farmer out there, them commercial banana farmer, we are struggle because they have fungus. And this money coming from Europe to help you because of your fungus situation. It's called the Banana Catastrophe Fund. Continue reading, sister. Because I know you're not yet.
All right. Well, now we go to October of 2012. We have now the Banana Board. I guess that was brought into fruition. And we have now this lady, Miss Janet Coney, who is the general manager of the Banana Board. Back in 2012, she is imploring banana farmers to contribute to the catastrophe fund, which will provide them with some level of insurance in the event of a natural disaster. Now let's pause right there for a second. The catastrophe fund is there. The money is there. The $660 million.
Come again.
That was being.
You broke up right there, so so repeat that.
Oh, sorry. Going back in the inception, the Banana Fund, the Banana Catastrophe Fund, in its inception, had gotten $660 million from the European Union, being divided out into increments. Because remember, when they signed the paperwork. They signed for the program to get $120 million
US.
in 2007. Yes, in 2007. They signed, the inception was $120 million. Right? Now, fast forward to 2012, when they have a banana board, and Miss Janet Coney, who is the general manager of the banana board back in 2012, she wants the farmers to contribute to the fund, which will give them some sort of insurance. The fund was set up to assist farmers if they have a disaster, whether them have fungus that kill out them banana crop, fungus that kill out them planting crop, them have hurricane, them have flood, them have drought. It was to assist these farmers that lost money due to whatever.
So basically, what it was
their
for?
Income.
What?
Stimulus.
Yes, it's a stimulus. So there was already there is a catastrophe. That's why this money is created. The money is not created to give the farmers whenever there's a catastrophe. Go and read, Debbie. Read it.
Okay. All right. Ms. Coney is imploring the farmers to contribute to the catastrophe fund, which will provide them with some level of insurance in the event of a natural disaster. They're not pay out the money yet, They didn't pay out any money out of this catastrophe fund. But here she comes 5 years later and wanted farmers to contribute to this fund. It says, speaking to JIS News following a tour of a number of banana farms in St. Mary on October 26, 2012, Ms. Coney pointed out that following the recent passage of Hurricane Sandy on October 24th, farmers who have been contributing to the fund will receive assistance in the coming weeks.
Do you hear that?
So prior to October, when Hurricane Sandy blew through, there was no distribution of funds.
Mm-hmm.
But she convinced people, or they convinced farmers to be part of this catastrophe fund and contribute to it. It doesn't say how much. It originally said they wanted 20% contribution from farmers, but that 20% contribution would be 20% of what they pay out to the farmer for the catastrophe. Mm-hmm. So they pay the farmer $5,000. 20% of that would be, they want the farmers to contribute $1,000 to the fund to kind of replenish or help replenish the fund.
And there was nothing said by Roger Clark about no insurance and all that. And farmers and that. All right.
Nothing.
Read a little bit more down than that, because there's some stuff why you make them hear.
All right, so let me go back. All right, so she said what they're asking is that farmers contribute to the fund, contribute to their own, in quote, insurance. She implored. It's a fund that was seeded with European Union funding.
Hold on, Debbie, hold on there. Before you go down that paragraph.
Yeah.
So this is the part, what we want to say. So this is the whole reason for the fund. This is how she explained the fund. Remember, Roger Clark was explaining the fund a different way. Trucks and quarry and tourism and bright light and retooling. This is how this lady in 2012 is explaining the reason for the fund. Go ahead, Debbie.
All right. Well, wait, hold on. Sit down, people, and hold on to the chair, because let me go back. As she said, the fund was seeded with European Union funding, and what we want is for farmers to build the fund to benefit their own programs. Okay? All right.
Clear?
And I remember when we say, in the initial stages in 2007, right? They signed the papers for the program to get $120 million assistance.
Follow the money,
Right?
people.
For the program.
Hmm?
2007, they signed the program and they got $120 million from the European Union.
Hmm.
Right?
Out of the
Now,
60.
out of the 660, yes, because remember, they're getting the money in stages.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say the $120 million is on stream in the budget 2007 or the 2007-2008 budget. That's already on stream. Miss Coney, Lord Jesus, I nearly mispronounced her name and call her one bad word. Oh, sorry. Anyway, she said, again, she wants the farmers to build up. What she wants is for the farmers to build a fund to benefit their own programs, meaning like an insurance policy, contribute to their own insurance, she said, and insurance in quotes. The catastrophe fund, she continues, which is a little over $50 million, is managed by the Banana Board and was established in 2007 to help with speedy recovery of the island's banana industry in the wake of natural disaster. What happened too between 2007, right? Mm-hmm. Which was what? April of 2007. Fast forward to October 2012. Mm-hmm. April, May, June, July, August, September, October. Right? 5.5 years. Mm-hmm. The fund went from $120 million mm-hmm. to 50. And $70 million gone, and you had farmers contributing to the fund prior to her imploring them to contribute. Where all of that money gone?
We don't know. We are trying to follow. And the farm, we want to know if the farmers they get all the money. They want to just know if the farmers them have tourism and rock quarry and trucks and the farmer them are going good. We just want to know.
Did any farmer that had a disaster from their banana or planting industry, did they get stimulus money to retrain them or gear them into a different sector of agriculture or tourism? That's why the fund dwindled down to $50 million.
It's a $98,000 left in the SSL, Bev. $98,000 is left. It's in the SSL. Some don't know for that left. We don't know the rest about them. I know them invest $98,000 in SSL.
Here's my question. Why is the banana catastrophe money in an investment company? Why is the money not sitting in an account, preferably an interest-bearing account, in a bank for earn interest? Because the bank using the money for their own purposes and earning interest on it. Why not the money being used earning interest? Why is it not in an account, an interest-bearing account, where it can earn interest on top of the original balance?
I think that money along with Ministry of Health money, Housing Trust money, all this type of money that is up in there from the government is up in there to hustle. Stock market money are like we said before, the Bitcoin. I have a great you hear me tell about that Bitcoin? You hear me tell about that Bitcoin, the people? Something are going on this one right, and it never benefit the people. Continue, my sister.
Here's my question. It's a catastrophe fund. It didn't say an investment fund.
Nowhere.
The catastrophe fund means that the money was given supposed to be sitting in an account waiting for a disaster to happen, and then you pay out of that fund, because the longer the money sits in that interest-bearing account, the more interest you earn. Yes. It's not an investment. It's not an investment account. Mm-hmm. It should be an interest-bearing account. And even if it's not an interest-bearing account, the the money should be sitting in an account waiting for disaster to happen. So they can take out the money and pay out to the people that would suffer from the disaster.
That's the problem with these people. That's the problem, people.
Why is banana a catastrophe fund money in SSL, and how come only $98,000?
What the rest right there?
How come only $98,000?
Hold on there. But listen to Debbie. You know they want us to believe says the money is there for when a catastrophe happen. That's what this lady what's her name again? Miss Connie or something?
Miss Coney.
Coney.
Onie. C like Charlie. Onie.
Miss Coney here, she want to rebrand the purpose or repurpose the money, you know, give a brand new meaning for the money. To me, according to what I'm reading on all these articles, is that the money is when them have a disaster and they must pay into it. Them insurance fund. So when them have a disaster, a catastrophe, but the money, it does not name catastrophe fund for when catastrophe happen. There is already a banana catastrophe because the fungus are kill out banana. That's why it is called a catastrophe fund. Not to come to Jamaica for catastrophe to come. There is already a catastrophe. So that's why the money is there. You hear earlier to help farmers retool, tourism, trucking, help them out because commercial farmer and the banana dead because of fungus. There is a catastrophe. Help them out to go into different areas of employment.
Trucking. Right, correct. They got the funds because there was a catastrophe in the banana industry and planting industry already. So the funds came to help them out, to give them stimulus to retrain them or retool them into a different area of agriculture and also in ecotourism. Exactly. Meaning, then go into a different farming. They either go, instead of doing banana farming now, they can do yam, they can do sweet potato, they can do scallion, onion, thyme, tomato, anything.
Raise goat, raise rabbit, raise bird, whatever. And invite tourists to their farm, fix up their farm a certain way, attractive and nice, plant stuff in a row and stuff, nice and green. The tourists can come there. And then type of thing, the intention of this money in the people.
Yes.
How much banana farmer out there? I survive.
Them go to an area, them have an area and then fix up the area and then show different kind of plants, different kind of produce, and they have tourism buses come from ship pick up tourists from the ship or come from wherever, drive to them property, to them plantation, let's say, and then educate them on the different flowers, the different trees, the different produce, how they grow, how they maintain, and how they reap.
You see
ecotourism, going to the plantation and seeing how it works. In other words, how it works, how it's built, how it started, how it works, and the ecotourism.
So,
quarrying, meaning them go dig rocks out a mountainside or dig up rocks wherever and carry them by truck.
Quarrying also requires a tractor. So maybe money they give one of the farm a tractor to because start digging quarry.
Well, yeah. Of course. You can't have quarrying without equipment. So you have to have equipment, whether it be backhoe, tractor, pickaxe, shovel,
we have approximately 2,000 banana farmers in Jamaica. About 2,000 banana farmers in Jamaica. And we have about $660 million US come for them. For the one, if you understand what I want, people. I know we are here saying $98,000 of that money hitch up in a SSL. And what make me start run down the money, they'll make you about banana catastrophe fund. I said, no, man, I sitting for them fool that thief, because they don't care about nothing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They care about no catastrophe, nobody. They don't care about nothing. Where the money come from? I'm going to make Google start answer me. I'm going to find out say money come from European Union. I'm going to find out what is the reason of the money. The money have to help out the farmer them because they have a fungus. and they must struggle. The commercial farmer, they need help. And Europe not forgot to know. The money come for uno. Then this man, me hear some talk about the farmer. Them. I'm going to say, let me do some more digging up. Find the real meaning, where the money, what's going on. And then I go from Roger Clark. And then I see this woman that talks, say, it's like you have to invest money in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that Roger Clark said. What Roger Clark is saying in a 2707 is if you get $10,000 that you give back, how much percent? 20%, right?
20%.
20%.
Yes.
So if everybody get help, it's a fund to help each farmer. So if you get X amount of money, if you get $100, you give back 20%, you give back $20. Think about it. A fund, you get $100. You fix up yourself, and you give back $20. In the fund, you go back in the system to help another farmer again. And you might come along to you again where you need another fund again.
Because the money that the European Union gave, it's not on a recurring basis, means they now give it to them every year. That's just a one-time thing, and they break it up into increments.
So the money should
funding.
So the money should have make a dent. That means the farmer supposed to get him truck, or something supposed to happen.
Yeah. Yes.
People understand me.
Mm-hmm.
When the money are done, they're supposed to get something to lift them up. What farmer get?
Now listen to this.
Continue.
After the lady said that the catastrophe fund, which is a little over $50 million, which had my head scratching, is managed by the Banana Board and was established because there's nowhere in anything that I have researched and read where she said only $50 million is a little over $50 million is in the fund because we've paid out blah blah blah. And
by 2012, the 660,000 have been released, right? We'll read it, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So it's 50 million to have out of the $660 million. Continue reading, sister.
She said. She stressed, Mrs. Coney stressed that the support mechanism is a contributory fund. Hence, farmers will only be able to benefit in the event of a disaster if they have been making regular contributions to the initiative. Horse pocky.
Hold on. I go too fast. Hold on. Stop, Debbie. What you say about farmers, people out there here, when you go back to farmers are the only way farmers can benefit. Read that part of me again.
She said, she stressed that the support mechanism, which is the catastrophe fund, is a contributory fund. Hence, farmers will only be able to benefit in the event of a disaster if they have been making regular contributions to the initiative. That I say, cow chips, horse pucky, mule manure, pig feces, all of the above.
You hear the money we come to help these man with truck quarry and tourism.
The fund, listen to me, the fund initially say the 120 million were the first sign on with a 20% in contribution from farmers that were affected, meaning then give the farmer $5,000 for the disaster, then get back $1,000 from the farmer that was given the $5,000. Me don't read nowhere in anything where it say them start out with 120 million and them reach 50 million. Mind you now, listen to me now. They started out in 2007, in April of 2007, with 120 million. She said in, October of 2012, that the fund was established in 2007. It has a little over 50 million. Where the other 70 million plus there? Because there's nowhere in anything that I have read and researched where it says between 2007 and 2012, money was paid out of the catastrophe fund to farmers.
All right. All right. So Debbie.
The money came because there was a disaster. The money came from the European Union. And listen to me carefully. Pick sense out of nonsense. The money came from the European Union in 2007 because there was a banana and plantain disaster. And they sent the money as a stimulus to help the farmers in the catastrophe to retool, retrain, give them some money. Because they're not making any money because the banana industry is pretty much decimated by this fungus. The farmers and the workers are not making any money.
Not only the
funds came to help.
Not only for the farmers alone, but for the workers of this commercial farmer.
Yes.
Remember, them are people who work on this farming, people.
Yes.
Them are people who work on this farming, people. Me know one day out of Montego Bay there, when they come out of Mobile, I go to Reading way there. One day somewhere out of Montego Bay there, pure banana.
They say there was the disaster going on and the money come to help out.
Mm-hmm.
The people them say they're starve to death and dead for hungry. Same thing.
So now them are saying you have to have a disaster to get the money. And you have to contribute in it. There got to be a disaster. And you have to pay this insurance money to get the money. And there got to be a disaster. Got to read what the pushback what she get from the people.
Hold on. I know you're excited and you're fired up. So am I. But listen, go back. She said the fund was established in 2007 and it has a little over $50 million. This is in 2012. Where is 70 million there between 2007 and 2012? That's 5 years.
I know some farmers must have it.
When I hear or see where no natural disaster or nothing happened between 2007 and 2012 where they pay out $70 million. Because if there was, and that money was paid out, she would have said so. Again, she don't think people are going to recognize and realize, because if they drop a couple of big numbers in there, then going to say, oh, yes, man, the money. No, there was $120 million to start.
Then I expect nobody to read this.
No, exactly. Yeah. If you want to keep people, black folks, out of being informed, put it in a book.
You tell them.
Put it in writing. Mrs. Coney stressed that the support mechanism is a contributory fund, hence, farmers will only be able to benefit in the event of a disaster if they have been making regular contributions to the initiative. She said farmers must register with them, which is the Banana Board. At the beginning of every year, she said, we go on a drive and we make it very public. We go out into the banana communities and we really try to get farmers to contribute to their own recovery, she noted. She said that the fund only asks for $2,500 per hectare per year, meaning them set up the amount of what them think farmers should contribute to the fund, $2,500 a year. Per hectare.
Per hectare. So you can have property that have 100 hectare, 20 hectare, whatever. That's what you're going to pay times that $2,500.
Yes. And with that, you'll be able to get much more. Much more a what?
Exactly. We don't understand the part there.
No, sir. I can't get past the missing 70 million. We can't get past it. And
when you get to
it's
when you get to where the farmers in my pushback are questioning it.
Okay. Mrs. Coney pointed out, however, that some farmers have shied away from the initiative because of a number of concerns. What farmers are most concerned about is that if I pay into the fund and there's no damage this year, do I benefit? Then she says, but you cannot benefit from the fund without a catastrophe, right? Um,
You hear that? Come, what she say right? What she
so
say right? That's a Debbie.
she said, you cannot benefit from the fund without a catastrophe. Understandable. Understandable.
All right.
Understandable. If there's no catastrophe, your farm is going and you're growing and you're doing good and you're you know
Debbie,
you're
Debbie, Debbie,
exporting
Debbie,
and you're
Debbie,
selling
Debbie,
and you're doing
Debbie,
good.
Debbie.
What?
Get back to
Hmm?
come back to me. The,
Mm.
the money is banana catastrophe fund. There is already a catastrophe. The money is to help the farmer them get into tourism, change them lives in trucking, quarrying. The money is not there to sit down waiting on a catastrophe like we hear the lady say. The money is to
Very true.
the money is for the farmer to retool, to do whatever they want to do. So even if hurricane come, then they're on their own. They're not doing no farming. You didn't say retool, tourism, trucking. That is not farming. Quarrying. That is not farming. It's to retool them. So no, she repurposed the money. Read that last part again. They will not access the money unless what?
It says they could not benefit from the fund without a catastrophe.
Because you see, people you
Now,
see.
this is telling me also, listen, this is telling me also that what she's saying where they can't benefit without a catastrophe, this is telling me that they have the 120,
The insurance part.
the, the 120, the $120 million that they first signed up with, the first part of the 660 million that they have paid out to farmers that had catastrophe or disaster. When? And you can't benefit from the fund unless you have a disaster or a catastrophe.
Hold on.
Have the farmers been built back up to their original status?
So you're telling me that
There's so many freaking questions and going around corner, in and out and up and down, trying to confuse people about this money.
So are
They
they?
yam it up. That's, you know what? Go ahead.
What me saying, David, is that so if that's how them have the money, that's how them define the purpose of that money. The catastrophe fund. Where people remember the first search for this money. We went to Europe. And the money is for farmers. Listen to the purpose of this money. It's not waiting on a catastrophe to happen. There's already a catastrophe. Banana farm wipe out. The man them hungry. They need it now. The worker them, we are talking about commercial banana farmers. And the workers. It's just like sugar cane and the workers. We have commercial banana and workers. There is a catastrophe. The catastrophe is the fungus. The money is supposed to give to them now, not to keep waiting on a catastrophe. Remember, tourism, quarrying, trucking, ecotourism, all these other areas, the money is come to help these farmers to get up out of the farm and steal the dead banana field and planting and do something else. So the money is not there to sit and wait on a catastrophe, but because Jamaicans don't do no research, you see, when them say Jamaica catastrophe fund, as a man in Jamaica, guess how a man in Jamaica believe? Oh, this fund is there. So whenever we have a catastrophe, I swear to God, that's how them play the Jamaica people. You want to bet that's how them dish out that money? The banana catastrophe fund. You want to bet right now? That's even the banana farmer themselves don't know the meaning of it. Them thinking that this fund is here, so whenever we have a catastrophe, their farmers, listen to me, there's already a catastrophe. The fungus is a catastrophe. The money is there for you now. You commercial farmers and your workers, all them people working a banana field, bag up all them banana, cut them banana, wash them banana. Me see videos of people working a banana. It's hard work and fast work. These people need to be paid, not to have the money sitting. So hold on. If you're gonna wait on a catastrophe, so this is telling me that these banana people who working there, they're not gonna get the money because they don't have a farm. Debbie, you understand me?
Yeah.
The people who do the work, they don't own a farm, So if there's a catastrophe, they're not gonna get the money.
Right. That's what she's saying.
The money's
That's
there for
what
them
she's
too, now,
saying.
Debbie. The workers and the farmers, commercial farmers, and their workers. There is a catastrophe. The catastrophe is the fungus that's already killed out the industry. No more banana. So the Europe, I think about it, the farmers, them and the workers, $660 million. Now it's gone down to you have to pay into the insurance. And the only way you get the money, unless you have a catastrophe. So the farmer, them have a problem now, want to push back and say, so hold on. So if there's no catastrophe, we won't get the money if we don't have a storm or hurricane for the next 5-10 years. We not get back the money. It's a pay, so. You see what it boils down to? That's the problem we have with this study that we did. Me and Debbie. Because Debbie jump on it and she start dig up some stuff and pull out some old sitting and start find some stuff. And we really appreciated it, Debbie. You know? So,
No problem.
So you want to tell me that the money that is there for them people here, them go jump a road and put some on SSL. I look upon the people and tell me something for paying on insurance. And the only time we don't get this a catastrophe money here, they want to go back. The real purpose of the money when Roger Clark was alive. Why you go back and read that? Just that paragraph. Please. Why you read the real purpose of the money? Because here she said, hold on. The lady said, the only way them get the money, unless there's a catastrophe like flood and hurricane and them say they blow down banana. People. So that means, hold on, so that means the banana farmers will never go get them trucks. They're never going to quarrying. They will never get them tourism. That's the first intent of this money. They will never get to do that because guess what? The money is there for them. But the farmer them don't know that the money come from. The farmer them thinks a catastrophe money. So only when they have a disaster, we get this money. So the farmer them still on there, still in the dying banana field, I try resurrect or try plant something else. The worker them disappear, go do something else, some different type of work. And them already put in the hours and the years in the banana industry in Jamaica. All the people work in the banana industry in Jamaica. The money come for them, but they have to find other work. And the farmer themselves, have to try some other crop, I try struggle with something else. They only get that money when there's a disaster because the money in banana catastrophe fund, as some people in Jamaica look upon it like only when there's a catastrophe we get this money. Read the real intent of this money, Debbie. The meaning of the meaning of banana catastrophe fund and the purpose. Read for me, sister.
It says the ministry has been promoting new non-traditional agricultural enterprises even before the project came on board. Mm-hmm. The resources therefore will be used to channel people into tried and true areas that the ministry has promoting, said the minister, which was Mr. Roger Clark. He added, we intend to use these resources to further promote rural development and channel former banana growers and workers into agro-processing activities, ecotourism, quarrying, truck services, and other worthwhile enterprises. We have the formula and we are going to use these resources to radically transform and diversify the economic base of these banana growing communities.
You hear that? People who hear.
Then use the resources to further promote rural development and channel former banana growers and workers into agro-processing activities, meaning agricultural processing plants, ecotourism, you have your plantation, your farm, you have tourists come and them look and see and watch and learn how you do whatever you do to keep your farm beautiful, gorgeous, lush, everything.
I want to hear that sounds good.
Meaning, unaga dig rock, unaga use pickaxe.
No man, machine man. Can I pickaxe? A machine. Cannot pickaxe.
But I'm just listen. I'm just putting in the lonely man in the wilderness this only out there by himself, him a pickaxe, in participating in this quarrying, him only have a pickaxe.
Yeah.
If him don't get to be part of the training of using the backhoe and the bulldozer, him participating in the program still because him are using pickaxe to dig down rock.
That not gonna happen.
Trucking services. Trucking services, meaning trucks gonna be bought and paid for with this fund, this money, so they can use it to coincide with the quarrying and the digging down of the rocks and whatever.
Or go transport anything else. It could just be a
enterprises.
truck or got ship mall or hog feed or cement or something. It
Exactly.
also help you go into a different field.
Digging marl and getting marl is part of the quarrying.
Truck service,
Part of
any
the
truck
quarrying,
service.
yes.
And if you're going to quarry, Debbie, you have that require machinery, trucking, machinery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So people want to understand the purpose of this money. They meant well for the Jamaican people. Like so many people from over the world that send money to Jamaica, even at the COVID, they meant us well. Money come there, them say we're gonna this, that, and the other. They meant us well. So the last report, you know what the woman say? The only time the man can get it, you have to put money in it. And then when disaster come, you can get the COVID money, this money, banana fund there. It's only when you have disaster, they can get the money, people. So you want to tell me, say, none of these farmers will ever drive them truck that the money come to give them. None of them will ever go to tourists or quarrying. No equipment. None of them will go to ecotourism. Because the only, unless they want to spend out of their own pocket. Because the only way they might get a penny out of this, unless Jamaica have a disaster.
Right.
We want to share this video, people. People, we really want to share this video because we do some really dig up on it. We do some work on it, you know. And me and Debbie go by it, you know. We go by it, you know, people. Yes, we really go by it. Yes. Come and say, this banana catastrophe fund. So we have 98,000. How much was the total amount of money them get, Debbie?
660 million dollars, which is equivalent to, hold on, I looked it up, how many euros? 4.73 million euros.
A European Union we're talking about, you know.
Yes.
So we have
4.73 million euros, which is the European Union money. Like how we have dollar in Jamaica, we have pesos in Mexico, that kind of thing. And I completely forget now the one from Africa, the African continent. But dollars in America, dollars in Jamaica, euros in Europe, pesos in Mexico. $660 million is 4.73 million euros. 660 million US dollars is 4.73 million euros.
So the farmer them.
Okay.
I hope some, but let me tell you, me know somebody use this and buy a truck for themselves and them on a farmer. Me know somebody that do something at tourism out of the money and them on a farmer. Me know somebody probably have some equipment that dig down some quarry and them on a farmer. Me know that. Me know that. While the farmer they must stay on the farm and wait till a disaster come. And make sure they make the payment. The money come for them, you know. They say the ratted, clatted. Lord Jesus. Money come for the man, them and woman, them. But the farmer, they must make the payment tonight. And only when you have a disaster, you get the money. So what the purpose of this fund? And that the money name. But when you come to Jamaica, because them see such a name on it, and the people them not read, they must say, oh, it's not going to have a disaster in a banana catastrophe fund. It sounds good, sir. Because every year, hurricane mash down the banana, them and me not get nothing, you know. When the flood come, it drown up the banana, them. This is a good sitting, sir. Thank God for the Prime Minister. Me go vote for him, you know. People don't do them dig up. Because in the banana catastrophe fund, I tell you, most Jamaica would think this banana money fund is here for waiting in a catastrophe. but the catastrophe is right before them. That's why the money developed for hungry people who are farmer and who people used to work on the farm.
Stick up in. The vex, you know. The vex. Because me say, she had charged the farmer them $2,500 per hectare per year, right? Then she talk about with that you'll be able to get much more. Much more of what? Much more money, much more assistance, much more what?
That puzzled me.
Okay.
That puzzled me. With
then
that,
she talk about the farmers them shying away from their contribution or being part of the banana catastrophe fund because them have concerns. And then when she talk about say you can't benefit from the fund without a catastrophe, that just burned my bridges. People, then you know, okay, let me go further and tell you. She said in 2010, the banana board paid out some $10 million to farmers following the passage of Hurricane Nicole under the catastrophe fund. All right, so go back up. She said the fund had a little over $50 million that is managed by the Banana Board. She said it was established in 2007. It was established in 2007, ma'am, with $120 million. There's nowhere in there anything where you say you pay out any money between 2007 and now 2010.
What about the disaster?
Between 2007 and 2010, there was nothing to be paid out to bring the fund down to 50 million from 120.
If we have a disaster, it didn't say that she pay out money nowhere. We didn't see. She'd have put that there. That would be boast. She'd be brag about that like our 10, like the $10 million. Should have done it.
She between 2007 and 2010, there was no disaster to bring the fund, the monies in the fund from 120 to 50.
Should have stated
70 million gone there.
70 million.
Then he say, right, in 2010, when Hurricane Nicole blew through, they paid out 10 million.
And 70 already gone. 70 gone. But they go pay 10.
70 already gone. We don't know where that 70
So they go give the farmer 10.
She said.
So 10 say poor people always remain poor. So when they truck money then there. So people say truck too good for give farmer. So government block out them thing there. Truck too good for give banana farmer. We go start them life. And that Europe intend for UNO, just like the money we're getting at COVID. And money we'll get from all over the world to live up the country. It's too good for UNO. It's too good for UNO. So too good for give the farmer a truck. Or equipment to start him in rock quarry. Or to start him in a tourism. Or ecotourism. Or all these things, people.
So, the big question for the 2007 to 2010 period, where the money there? You start out with 120 million, and it dwindled down to 50 million. Where the money there? Where was it paid out? Who got money between 2007 and 2010?
So when was the whole fund released, Debbie? Go back in their notes there.
Hold on. She further informed that in 2010 the Banana Board paid out some 10 million to farmers following the passage of Hurricane Nicole under the catastrophe fund.
No, may I say the release of the 660.
Okay. The 660 started in the total amount that they're gonna get is 660 million, right? They start the first installment was 120 million in 2007. Between 2007 and 2010, the fund had a little over, according to Miss Connie, C-O-N-I-E, Miss Coney. According to Miss Coney, between 2007 and 2010, the fund had At least for over $50 million. Where is the other 107? I mean, the other 70.
So no, me I wanna
70 million and 50 million make 120 million.
and they're gonna
Them
get $10 million
started out
for the hurricane relief.
and they only paid out 10 million for Hurricane Nicole in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
The 70 million is still missing and unaccounted for.
So what up? And remember the rest of the 660 are trickling, still coming in. So what?
Yes, it's coming in increments. Hold on, we're gonna get to that one. We're not get to the next increment yet, but we have to get through this part here where she's talking about $10 million was given to farmers following Hurricane Nicole because of disaster them had, right? Damage and whatnot. She said what we did was to
mismanagement, inappropriation, corruption.
Big time embezzlement, and nobody not paying attention and nobody not doing anything about it.
And who suffer? The poor farmer, they will never get them truck. Poor farmer, they don't even know this. They never know this.
Every single time. What we did was to look at the level of damage, she said. We looked at what the fund could put forward and then we prorated the level of damage per acre, per farmer, and we made a contribution towards buying the inputs to get them back into production. Meaning buying seedlings, sucklings, whatever, to get them back to start back up their farm again. These farmers benefited quite well. Really?
No, Debbie, but that was not what you're supposed to do. The money is to retool the farmer them. Give them all right. Suppose you give a farmer money to buy a truck. And they say, boy, I'm not buying a truck, I'm buy a little tractor. Come on, continue the farming. At least him get him share. Whatever farmer say, boy, John know the farm now go look at the fungus kill my banana. More drive a truck and carry malt. Whatever more I carry. You retool them. So as you can, I don't know you say nobody know. I don't know you should talk about tourism, you know. I don't know you should talk about no quarry and no trucking, you know.
No.
She also says she go on farm. She travel to farm every year. That's time me people.
The people they get bamboozled and they get shortchanged big time because she said they prorated the level of damage per acre, per farmer, and then made contributions to buying stuff to get them. In essence, she said they're buying the inputs to get them back into production, meaning they might buy them banana sucklings and seedlings or whatever they're farming.
No. The money is to help them to something else. Basically, like we said, we give a farmer and a farmer said, you know what, I don't want to buy the truck, you know. I don't want to get no equipment for going on a quarry. I just want to stick to farming. And this money will help me to explore some other areas in farming. That's how this money is to change their lives.
If the hurricane, then let's put it this way, wipe out their farm, they're going to think twice about doing farming again because hurricane might come again. If floods wipe out their farm, they're going to say flood might come again because I'm still in the same area. I'm still in the same flood prone area. We're not going to do farming again if we can wipe out my things again. And if drought is an issue to their farming, we're not going to do farming again after drought wipe out them farm 2, 3, 4 years in a row.
Debbie, hold on there.
We want to do something else.
We don't want to stray. The money's sole purpose is around the fungus. In Europe right now, they are trying to come up with some banana that resists this fungus. This money is behind fungus, not no hurricane, not no breeze, not no water. Fungus that wipe out the banana industry. People, we used to have a banana industry in Jamaica. That's what we're dealing with. Banana industry. Yes, and the workers, they were mentioned in this article also. The money is for the commercial banana industry. The farmer, they will own commercial banana farm in Jamaica. Them hire a lot of people. Who remember those days, people? Whole heap of people are cut banana. Those poor people, the money is for them. And because of the fungus, not the hurricane, not the flood, none of that. Because of the fungus, I've killed out the banana industry. The people who used to work on these farms, them struggling. Them have to go and find other means of employment. The farmers, them lost big time. Them lost them export business. Them lost big time. Them head mash up. So this money is to help people out. When they go turn, they look at people, them not, nobody talk about the ecotourism out there. Nobody try to teach nobody nothing. Or help out the local people who used to work on the farm. No. So just recently, as you can hear Debbie read say, out of the 7, or out of the 120, she had 50 in it. So we don't know how long the money gonna supposed to last. Did you read it, Debbie, how long this money, over what period of time it take for them to finish fully dish out this one time?
It was supposed to go up until I want to say 2017, but let me finish out Miss Coney. Ah, Jesus, me have to think twice before me say her name. Miss Coney, she said, when she talked about the payout, they look at their damage, their acreage, and whatever, to pay the farmers and talk about how they benefited quite well. How did they benefit? I don't know. It says in 2011, some 266 farmers registered for the catastrophe fund, and there are more than 200,000 farmers
200,000, yeah.
across Jamaica.
Yes, I mean, I missed it earlier. I said 2,000 is 200,000. Yeah.
Yes. 200,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me go now to my next piece of research where it says the banana and plantain farmers benefit from the European Union assistance. It says over 1,400 banana and plantain farmers and other sector interests will benefit from the $660 million European Union funded banana accompanying measures, which is the BAM, remember that, BAM, Banana Accompanying Measures, Special Assistance Program over the next 4 years. That was 2013, so up to 2017.
Mm-hmm.
It says the program, which forms part of the government's poverty eradication strategy, targets small farmers and other beneficiaries totaling approximately 3,000 in the banana growing parishes of St. Thomas, St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. James, Portland, and St. Mary, whose crops and by extension livelihoods have been affected by factors such as severe weather.
So this article says small farmers also.
Yes. They'll be provided with assistance to enhance crop production and productivity. The initial sum of nearly $400 million, which is 3.6 million euros, is being provided in 2 tranches for inputs and interventions accruing to the beneficiaries. The remainder of the funds is slated to come on stream later in the program's implementation. So, yeah, back in 2007, they started with 120 million.
They probably get it already.
Right?
I believe they get that already.
Mm-hmm. Yes, oh yeah.
That's already implemented
this should have gone through 2017.
2007.
It started in 2007, and it should continue, increments through 2017, right? Because this one here now is from 2013. It said it should go on board continuously for the next 4 years, which would bring it to 2017.
So now, it's telling me now, so the $98,000 that is sitting up in SSL, I think that's what's left. I swear to God, I think that what's left is the $98,000 that is sitting up in SSL.
And they really haven't paid out anything. They really haven't paid out anything to the farmers. $10 million is nothing.
And worse, Debbie, if the money is in the bank and somebody pinch a piece of it, put in an SSL and a gamble, that worse.
Exactly.
If there are more than that in the bank and somebody pinch out 98,000 and put in an SSL to gamble, It's worse. They play the farmer money or people. It bad each way, both ways. If that's the money or them gamble the money, it's still bad. And I see that when they say the farmer them get nothing, because I hear about them pay up nothing on the big, because they say when they have flooding them get it. That's not what it's there for. It's not there to sit up and wait on a catastrophe. There is already a catastrophe, and the catastrophe is the fungus. The money come to give to them. But when they reach Jamaica, somebody comes and say, guys, the catastrophe fund is here. You know, we can't trick them though. Yeah, man, we can't trick them. What do you mean if we can't trick them? Because they not read. We can't trick them. Just tell them say a catastrophe fund is so when we have a catastrophe. Oh, you know, you're right. We can't do that to them, you know. And trick the people then. And then walking away from that meeting or this article and be like, yeah man, we good, John, no. Nobody ever thought about this. But in fact, the money, there is already a catastrophe, which is the fungus. Not the weather we are coming. Not the hurricane that is coming. The fungus is your catastrophe. So what this lady is saying, and after that, Uncle 50 she have left. And after that, them get more money. Maybe they get more money up to 2017. So we in 2023 now. I want to see you say $98,000 left. We don't know if that left, but $98,000. That's what in a SSL, and that's what starts this research right here. That's what start digging it up, people.
Is it only 98 million that's left in the fund what they put in SSL?
They don't know.
They took 98,000 that's left in the fund, or is it 98,000 they took out of the fund to invest? That's not what it's for. There's nowhere in none of the paperwork and provisions that I looked at and saw where it says invest in anything.
Nope.
The money is supposed to be in the fund, in the bank account, to help these farmers and these workers in the farming industry to get back on track and get back on their feet from the disaster of the banana plant fungus that wiped out their crop. It is to help them to either go back into farming, go into ecotourism, go into quarrying, go into everything else to help them to get back on their feet, to get back funding and monies to help to live on. It's nowhere does it say them should take the money and invest it.
Them thing about me, you know?
Because investment is very precarious. 1 minute you're up, the next minute you're down, and your money gone way down.
Gambling and stocks, it's gambling. So them a thing about me, you know, Debbie. Burn me bad. Because it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times money come for Jamaicans and I reach the people. The money too much for them or too good for them. Jamaica people must come up for nothing. They're going to look for these farmers and give them one few good nibbles and bits. And these farmers are supposed to be happy. Keep the people hungry, keep it. Nobody now got jail for nothing, you know. And that's what, you see, every grant we get in Jamaica, every single grant we get in Jamaica, politicians think it's theirs, you know. Must I tell you, every grant we get in Jamaica, politician thinks it's for them. The people don't benefit my people. They might think I pain my heart. Because I know, say, show me which farmer going in a quarry, in our trucking, our tourism, or none of that. Just change their mind. Make them a better person. That's what the money is there for now. But no. I will save it when them have flood at Jamaica and you have to be putting in money into it. At the same time, una gamble it at SSL. Make them a thing of sinking people. Debbie, you have any final word, sister?
Always follow the money. Always follow the money. And I have not been looking at the live. People are liking up the live. Everybody on the live, click that like button. 100% participation in class presence. Mark yourself present. Click the like button. But no, seriously, we always have to watch the money. anytime you hear any government official come out and talk about money, what coming or money, what was gotten, or money, what's going to be invested, watch and see, find out, look and research and see how much money was originally given, loaned, borrowed, or whatever. See how much was paid out to whatever and see how much left. Because look here, this $92 million. What they talking about? I'm trying to remember now. I have so many things going on in my head. Which one is the 92 million that they gave funding?
$92 million for the Ministry of National Security.
The JCF.
Hold on, Debbie. Hey, let me call her right back, please. Let me call her right back. Debbie, you there?
Yes, I am.
The National Housing Trust. National Minister of National Security.
JCF. The JCF budget. What them said, them only have till March 31st to use 92 million.
Yeah, National Security. And they want to spend 17.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that this $92 million figure that they're coming up with is a smoke screen, because them yam out the whole of the money from they gave them this 17% or whatever.
Was it?
And they used that money. That was it. Them name out the rest of the reaching out other people's pocket and other people's accounts. So now they give them the short period of time to spend this 92 million that I would not say it cannot happen. They can't spend the money because
up till
look
4
how
months.
lacking.
It was 4 months for the money to run out, Debbie. Up to 4 months for the money to run out, they had only spent 17% of $92 billion, which is like 15.6 billion.
But that's what I'm saying.
And amount of
that
4 months to spend the 78 billion, which is more of the money, people. More than they spend less than quarter. 17% is less than quarter of 92 billion. And you only have 4 months before you lose it, March 31st, the end of fiscal year. To lose the money, to spend, you only have 4 months to spend most of the money. So, are they going to spend it on the police, or can police still take taxi? Gun crime.
There is no money for them to spend. There's no money left in the JCF budget for them to spend, because if there was, when they come out and ball out about them not spending the money and then go and take it back at the end of the fiscal year, if that money was there to be spent, to be used, all of those funds would have been encumbered, meaning all those funds would have been earmarked for something. Uniform, body cam database. Well, Mr. What Anderson come talk about them, I wait on database. Police cars equipped with computers, computer system in place at the police department. Police department then would have phones, working phones.
Well, Debbie.
Police officials would have uniforms and bulletproof vests and helmets and all kinds of stuff to take care of use of that money.
Let me tell you something.
The police them order police overtime for 14 years now. You tell me, say part of that $92 million couldn't take care of the overtime money. Thank you. The $92 billion, you mean to tell me said that couldn't take care of the overtime that they owe the police officers?
But hold on, Debbie, hold on, Debbie.
Okay.
You really think you think it's on the money, Debbie? Me think it's on the money. Me think it's a smoke screen on the money, Debbie. It's a PR stunt and a style and profile. Debbie, I swear my fees of Jamaica broke. My fees of Jamaica bankrupt because you can't have garbage pile up so, and then when you get a few truck, you can't pay the people who pick up the garbage, air traffic controller, teacher, nurse, everybody, Debbie, and guess what? Guess what the ticker? But me know so them broke. Them do have money for election, Debbie. The country broke. So if we throw away off again, hold on, Debbie. When we know so them really broke now, is when we see them come out with this $1 trillion budget. We really don't reflect now. We're like, we have no money nowhere. Nobody now get paid. The JIS,
First of
Jamaica
all,
Information Service, strike on them for money. All burial, funeral, home. Tell me, say the government have money, people.
listen to me. Here's my take on this. Jamaica is not broke.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Jamaica was broke, there would be no money to be stolen and embezzled out of all these different entities. Look at Ministry of Education.
But you know
Look
the
at
money I
just
go.
Ministry of Education alone.
But the money they don't
In
know.
the politician them pocket, in their offshore account,
That's
in
what's
their
going on.
mattress,
That's what's going
but
on.
their money gone.
That's what's going on. People are serious taking them at tech. They're not tech. Let me tell you.
Yes.
When we know them serious and them take heavy money. I remember when we yesterday $400 million missing out a Mandeville municipal building in a Debbie. 400. I said, me rotted. Who could have sit up on them job? A thief.
$400
million. So when a thief 50 million when a thief 1 million, you know what I mean? 2 million, 5 million, 50 million, 100 million in a donut. You have 3 more $100 million. So it doesn't show you how wicked them be when they take Debbie. All light go off for them a thief money. Roy Reid, his allegation is almost $1 billion. Miss McLean, $124 million. Then the take smart. Then Jamaica,
Miss McLean. Where Miss McLean there? They send her off for her job and send her home.
Probably
I can guarantee you 100% she home sitting on her rumpus collecting her salary every single pay period. And nothing has come up of the money that's missing out of the ministry that she was in charge of. Nothing. Nothing has come up, anything,
no,
all of these different entities that money has been missing from.
DPP no see she. DPP no see Miss Mac. She don't remember about her. She wish we not talk about Miss McLean. DPP no see Miss McLean. 124 million. DPP no see that. Mr. Tufton did that day, $400 million missing from his office. DPP no see that to find out, is it an honest mistake or because some of the thief?
Yeah, Bever said ask about the PATH program money, all that.
Oh my God.
How the hell you don't have money to feed hungry, poor people? The PATH program, you know, that money that came from the World Bank was to help poverty-stricken people that have no income, low income, just need assistance. That the money nyam out and gone and done and finished, and no money is there to feed poor people, children going to school, or poor people don't have no money.
But I guess
where the money there?
I guess they run out of money last year.
Run out of money.
That
program run out of money.
It run out of money and kids going to school without lunch. It's an apart program from the World Bank. So it tells me that it tell me that too much rats in an office, too much hole in the bucket. And if you have these people that all these agency, all these office everywhere are thief money, we can't pick up a garbage, we can't pay a bill. Let me tell you something. If you have a company, Debbie, and you can't make your payroll, Debbie, want to your company, Debbie. If you have a company, Debbie, you cannot make your payroll like how Jamaica cannot make payroll from last year and the company that glitch. Them excuse was, we having a glitch. How much people never get money for Christmas? This year it happened again. Them still have a glitch this year. We cannot make payroll.
Crap. All those people that didn't get paid before Christmas, but I bet you the Prime Minister and him cronies them get for them paid.
Hello?
I bet you they got every copper penny of their money, of their pay. And don't hitch with for them money. But the poor working class and the poor unworking class people, them sit down and suffer. Wait. Look how they did the distribution of COVID money. Look how they did the distribution of COVID money. Who the hell?
We never stop ask, where is the COVID money?
Thank you. Because every working adult should have gotten a stimulus check money out of that money that came into Jamaica from all other countries.
The money was too good for Uno Jamaica.
Only a certain amount got money, and the money what they get, then take out fees and taxes out of it.
How them me say nothing them do wrong, you know. Just like how them invest the banana catastrophe fund money in a SSL, them send the COVID money to Western Union and MoneyGram, taking a fee out of it. Them create a way to come up with a fraud. To me can't find a way more than just come up with a way for fraud the people them. They claim over 2 million people get the money. Them might not by the time say, boy, it's just $55 because some people think they pay more.
You know what? I would honest to God really would like to see a roster of all the people that they claim that got
get
money.
the money. Because there's so much people are saying they get it, Debbie.
We want to see these people face to face. Like I say, yes, me get the money, and this is what me get. This is what me get, because them not. You know, 3/4 of the people didn't get nothing. You know that
they don't get the
because
money.
they're using the excuse.
They don't get the money.
That they don't have no bank account and then don't have no address. But if they did build a house somewhere on a piece of land, you're not gonna find them if you go lick down their house though, right? But you know where they live. When it's time comes to voting, I don't want pay them for the vote and find where they live, right?
Yep, and there's also a news that come out. There's also a news that come out and say that them have millions of dollars to be the uncollected money at Western Union or wherever they put the money, because they said Jamaica, because of people not come pick it up, wrong address, name wrong. They make it so difficult for people to get their money. You know, you think they want to get the money? Them say they have millions of dollars left of uncollected COVID money since they made the announcement there. What to the money there? And money they come to give the artists them and the entertainer them and stuff. And the government, they promise them some money. You know, so somebody tell me say they never get a penny. You know, so entertainment say they never get a dollar.
People that didn't get
the government, they promise the artists them some money. Remember when everybody get them 10,000, then they come back because government still get money, you know. From all over the world, people, non-stop. Then no people, US dollars in the millions. I fly through. What the money
I want to see the roster of all the thousands of millions of people they say got stimulus money. I want to see the roster with the names, how much they get, and me want to see the people face to face. Sign and swear, or come out face to face and sign and swear. Put your hand on the Bible and say, yes, me get this $10,000. Yes, me get $5,000. Yes, me get blah, blah, blah.
Well, on the Stafford Garden say, America give him $3,000 one time. I think in a COVID time. Stafford. When they get that money to Stafford, did them take any fees outside Stafford? Like when they do at Jamaica? Run it to Western Union and run it to MoneyGram. And they say go Stafford go collect your money? Did you have to pay any fees outside Stafford? Make we talk. Remember Jamaica, poor people out there, struggle, hungry. And they start, long they wait before them give the people $1. Stafford. Stafford Garden, you tell me, did you pay 1 penny in fees to get that money, or you get it? No strings attached.
Yeah, he said he got his, but he got his up here.
Yes, that's what I asked him. That's what I asked Stafford. Did you pay the money up? Because me never pay the money up, person. Not for a dime. You get that free.
Not a penny.
So Jamaica get this grant money over and over. They might mess up with this grant money, Grant money in Jamaica is free for all. Cause free money, man. Come take feel.
Yep. Here's what they do. When they get the money, you see, they sit on round table or square table and decide how much they might take off the top. And how much each of them will sit around the table I will get for putting a fit in pocket. And then the pittance or left is that they come out with big fanfare and big production. Oh, we got $5 million, when in essence they really got 25 million. And then take off the 20 and divide up amongst themselves and decide to give the people the other 5.
So Stafford said no. It came straight from the government. So you see, Jamaica money should have come straight from the government because the government get the money to give the people.
Everybody should get it straight.
But what Jamaica government do? The man never control SSL. Listen to the people. The same blood with over SSL. I had to run your MoneyGram down a yard and your Western Union. Do you hear me saying? The same people them over there, so and then me here say around your Western Union, you know, come here, man. Me get to understand so the people them over SSL and them are run MoneyGram and Western Union of Jamaica. So now me see why the money is run through there.
And then charge the people fee.
Charge the people a fee. And the people them don't worry now because the people don't get free money. They don't care about the look of $55. Thank you, sir. And they're gone. Because they must struggle. But what Jamaica people...
all the people that know is that they must suffer and they must struggle and they need a little extra money. And it's free money. No matter if they take out half of it as fee. No, that's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
You tell them
that commercial.
So what happened then is that them get this little fee. So what the poor people know, there's a look on is it $55. Some say they pay more, you know. But when there's a stay at the base, the lowest somebody ever tell me they pay is $55. So that's why we there $55. Okay, because some say them pay $1,000. But they know true that is. So we could stick with this $55. Right? So if you pay the $65, a poor person in Jamaica is not watching that. But you know the sharks them will create this scheme to run it to Western Union and MoneyGram. Them already foresee the amount of people. Them looking at the numbers. You looking at the look at $55. Oh, that's all right. That's just $55. They're looking at the amount of $55. So them come out and say 2 million people them give the stimulus money. 2 million times $55. So now poor people, you who lost the $55, now you know what they might try to do here? Is the $55 powerful or no? You might look at it as just a $55. Them is looking at $2,055,000. They are looking at $2,055,000. You just look at the $55. You see Jamaica? So them grind out about $110 million.
I'm putting off in them pockets.
You know, say $110 million could have healed a lot of people in Jamaica. The artists never get the money.
Right.
Entertainers don't get the money. I know them still promise them the money. People won't get one money. People are $110 million, you know. 2 million times 55, not true. $110 million, you know. So now you see a $55 ton, $110 million. Now you see a $55. Turn $110 million right before your face. Because government push it through them bridging system. The SSL system. Me get to understand. In Jamaica, the SSL has alleged that them same people are them run Western Union and MoneyGram.
Yeah. Everybody in a government. In everybody pocket and everybody in a government pocket.
So you're robbed from the poor local people. You saw the cheap. Somebody forgot prison in Jamaica. You saw the cheap. Who don't rob from the poor man? Who never just take something from them? Who never just take something? You know, couldn't even get the money for free. Who never still take something from the poor people to rob the big black poor? Somebody forgot jail for them. Where the rest of the money there? Where the rest of the money there, by the way? Where did it go? You know, so Nigel Clark need to answer for the money there. Where the rest of the money go? All the millions and millions of dollars around the world. Where the rest of the money go? Because since I saw you run the money, most of the money is gone. Jamaica people don't get it. Most of the money is gone. It just out of one little piece we get. Most of the money gone and you don't get it, Jamaicans. Most of it. Where the money gone? And then one time, them decide to give you $1. Them could have given it freely. Them run it through the system and grind out a piece of it. And the 55 times 2 million is $110 million. Somebody still gonna laugh. Poor people money. COVID money. Somebody still gonna
pay attention. Plus, we can't take it. We can't take it. That's their thing. They don't pay attention.
Plus,
they don't know.
What are they doing? Plus, the money when they give to this Western Union company over boss run Western Union our MoneyGram, they have to pay them money for all the service. Because now we're going to run this through your team. We have to give you some money to do this for us. The government is giving you a fee to run this transaction. Don't tell me it's only $55, it's only $110 million they make. Don't tell me that, you're an idiot. Jamaica people, we're going to follow the money. We're going to continue to follow the money. And me and Deborah always reads. Me and Deborah reads almost every day. And we read about these things. So we'll continue to have these discussions. Get used to Debbie. It's Debbie Jervis in the page, in the comment section. Get used to her because we always talk about things in Jamaica. For Jamaica.
The one where he sit sometime and drop some cow chips and horse manure words in there that sometimes I have to go back and back out.
Yeah. So Jamaica people, your struggles are many. Cause right now you have companies in Jamaica stealing from the workers unemployment and NHT benefit. Government seem to do nothing about that. They don't care because a PSOJ are their friend. Mm-hmm. Their friend, the businessman, them in the pocket.
Beverly. Yes, Bev Smith, SSL does run Western Union.
Stay there. The people, them, man. Make a fence. I know people are the same people, them, Bev Smith. Make a fence are the same people, them. Make a fence and understand are the same bloodline. And anybody know anything, come in the comment section and educate the community. Can you know something too? Since this SSL scandal, me learn that too, not Bev. Since the scandal, me learn say that them a MoneyGram and them thing there. So them send the money, the COVID money to them. A bunch of scammers. Chop off the money. A real chopping that. You think of them boy a chopper Jamaica? A real chopping them. A real chop. $110 million. The base. Me I talk about 55. Some people tell me say they pay more. How much did you pay for your stimulus money in Jamaica? You tell me. If you get a stimulus check in Jamaica, if you get that one little $10,000, how much did you pay? How much did you pay to the Western Union or MoneyGram? Tell me right here. How much did you pay? Put it in here. Whether I may hang up or not, if you come see this video later with a dead live and you buck up on this question, how much did you pay? Please put it in here. Because I need it for further reference. Because we're not done with this video yet. We're not done talking about this.
Let me answer.
Yes, same Grace Kennedy people. Yes, Grace Kennedy.
Question.
So make it understand. May I hear some things, people? So what you say, Debbie?
So let me answer Stafford Gordon's question. He wanted to know if do Jamaicans are eligible to file a tax return every year. It says via Google, in general, Jamaican residents and domiciled individuals are taxed on their worldwide income, while non-resident individuals are taxed on Jamaican-sourced income. So if you have an income in Jamaica, you file taxes and you're taxed on that. It says a non-Jamaican domiciled individual is generally not taxable on foreign-sourced income unless one remits this to Jamaica. In other words, if you work up here in America and you send your money to Jamaica, you tax on it. If you live in Jamaica or you work in Jamaica, you file your taxes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, man.
So there you have it. You work in America and you send your money to Jamaica, you're taxed on that money. You work in Jamaica, you're taxed on that money.
Well, guys, tell me you like the program, guys. Thank you for hanging up over here, so me and Debbie. Debbie, we soon talk to you after the program.
Yes, sir.
Because we're going to high-five each other. We're going to high-five each other after this program. You know we do it. Guys are good.
Yeah.
This is some good information, people. And we as a people need to start doing research, people. Jamaica people. Don't take it laying down without grease. No more. Fight back. Start doing your own research. We are smarter, we're wiser. Most of us have a computer in our hand every day making calls on it. Your computer is in your hand.
True.
Do you hear me, people? Your computer. And one thing we're going to left with before we hang up today. We want to vote, people. Prepare to vote. I'm not telling you what to vote for, but anything but Andrew Honest. Be dead serious. Because you have to start there first. You have to stop the bleeding. The country is bleeding right now. We need to be stabilized. Some of the care if it's UIC, PNP, we don't know where your mind there. But not the JLP. Get them out of office, everything green. I swear to God, I'm so passionate about my country. But to get a change, people, you have to get up and go vote. That's what me talk about, vote. Don't just sit down and say, boy, I'm tired of them in our vote, and that may get from JLP who decides, say, boy, them a switch. Them not like Andrew Honest. The angry JLP know what I'm saying, boy, them know I vote. But that is not going to help your cause. How you make a change? You have to go out there and vote. Jamaica people don't make nobody tell you nothing. The last time about 60% of the country don't vote. Now you get Andrew Honest. Because you know, say, if the people that come out come vote, Andrew Honest wouldn't win. You don't know that, not true? All right. So don't make the same mistake again. Come out, come vote for a cause. Don't sit at home and expect some other people to vote for you. Because what them a vote for you might not like it. And then you come out, come cuss them and say, look at them fool, they go vote for the boy. Every year them a vote for them and they're not go on. But at least them try. You never vote. So come on, come make a vote count. Let me, before we end this vote argument.
Let your voices be heard by voting. Let your voices be heard by voting. And just stick a pin. When they come with their money and they promise you the sun, the moon, and the stars and give money for vote for them. Listen, they're promising you water, they're promising you road, they're promising you the moon hanging in your backyard. Here's my thing. Make it happen before you come to me to come get my vote. Do what you are promising to do. Do it ahead of time.
Yeah.
So when you come to me to get my vote, you can say, look, see, I bring running water into your district. Everybody have a tank and have running water in them yard. No matter how broke down, how built up, how rich, how beautiful, how degrading your yard is, your yard have running water. You have a tank, you have a pipe, water coming in. You have road that lead into your district that used to be red dirt, mall, bush, whatever. We come and we clean it out and put road and pave road and make things beautiful for you. See what me do for you there? Me want your vote.
Yes.
That's how it should happen.
For real,
and then you come to get my vote now. You come to get my vote now, and you're promising to do
more.
You're gonna do X. You're gonna build a community center in your community for the youth. You're gonna provide more jobs and training for the youth. Come with that as your promise to get my vote, because you've proven that you are doing other things and you have done other things to get my vote. That's how me see it. Mm-hmm. This $1,500, $5,000 and a bag of grocery with 1 pound of chicken back and half a pound of flour and half a pound of sugar and one quarter pound of rice and
two nutmeg.
That. And two damn nutmeg. With one quarter pound of cornmeal for putting the greater the two nutmeg for putting in the cornmeal to make porridge. No, sir.
No, like seriously, people. We have to strive for better than that. Don't eat out the country, people. Don't eat out the country. Well, I'm gonna promise I said the next party gonna do good, do the best, I do better. But at least you try. As I said, stop the bleeding. No. The country needs to be stabilized. Just like when you have a wound, you go to the doctor. The first thing you want to do is stabilize that wound. Stop it. Jamaica need to stop the bleed now. Get out and go vote. Because maybe before you die, for you to vote, for you to be able to vote, don't just sit down on your hand at home and say, me now vote. Let me tell you something. What this labor right brethren tell me the other day. This labor right brethren, me and my brethren, right? This is what them tell me, say, Carlos. Me mad, me angry at this party. It make me mad what them a do. Him tell me, say, me now go vote. And that him tell me now. Me tell me, say, boy, me now go vote. But me go vote. Him say, me go vote against the labor right. Him say, Andrew, I have to come out of office. But you know what the man tell me? That is very important. Him tell me, say, even my one vote count to get this man out of office. Remember, a liberator tell me, he's now feeling a certain way against Andrew Honest. So him say he wasn't going to vote. And then him say, no, Carlos, you know what? Me a vote. Me going to make my one vote count to get rid of the man out of office. Remember, you know, him say him want make him one vote. That's how important him vote to him to make that
Exactly.
change, my people.
Every
That's
vote
so you
counts.
must think. The vote of the $5,000 people. Stop them out the country. Step them out the MRI machine. Step them out the burn unit and the CT scan of the hospital. Step them out the road. Stop them out the school improvement and the jobs around here. I know them out the country. Nyam, nyam, nyam. Politician give something you got out. Stop them out the country and them out to pick them future. Stop it. When politicians drive under them car, them looking at the review mirror. I said, these goddamn fools didn't want anything. All they want is drunk or batty and some lunch money. Some rum and chicken back and flour money. These people didn't ask me about the hospital. These idiots didn't ask me about the road. They didn't ask me about the burning. No, these idiots don't want nothing more than, oh my God, I just need to have a bunch of small change when I'm coming up here. People don't depend on the level no more. We're smart and we're wiser.
Exactly.
Stop naming out the country. For all that una buy vote, una name out the country. Run them with the money.
Show me proof. Show me proof that you are for me as a citizen. Do the work first and come to ask for my vote. And when you come to ask for my vote, tell me, say, I did this, I did that. Look, you see the proof. I did the roads, I did the water, I did this, I built this, and I built that, and I am asking for your vote because I want to continue to do the work, your work, because you are my boss. You, the citizens, are my boss, and I want to continue to work. And give me your vote so I can continue.
No, the problem, Debbie, is Jamaica. When politicians walk on Debbie, hear the people them, your boss, your boss, your boss. The next one, your boss, your boss. Make the politician feel like he's such a king. Guess who's the boss? The boss are calling the servant boss. In Jamaica.
Right.
So it's still up on the plantation. How is it the boss who paid at them Jamaican people are una put on clothes for them and shelter and food on them table, you know? And una fund them lifestyle in Jamaica people. When they come in on the neighborhood, hey boss, your boss, your boss, hey boss. I mean, like, seriously.
None of that foolishness.
Enough of them these the people.
Like Letitia Elliott said, let them work for the vote, not buy it. Exactly right.
Let them work for the vote. Not buy on the vote.
Worthy of my vote.
Come on, man. Show me what you do. Yeah, come and say, may I promise you the road and water. I will give you road and water. Every promise, every politician from a barn, and that never promise still now. If they were doing it, people, if they were doing it, when them come back for vote again and I make the next promise, would be another project them promise to work on. So you already have a road where they promise you, and then you saw the communities throughout Jamaica that develop. Do you see how communities in Jamaica would have developed? Would have been far along from now instead of namming out the country. When the politicians come, they were coming with like what Debbie said. We fix the road. Me fix this, that, and the other. Guys, me I beg a vote, so me already show myself, prove myself, me this, that, and the other. Now give me another 4 more years. We're going to take it to another level now. We're going to fix something else. Tell me, say, communities across Jamaica wouldn't develop. Opposed to a politician coming in a community, promise you, and don't do nothing.
Right.
And come back 4 or 5 years again. We do it. After I just patch up 2 roads on there and some chop out some banking and some it qualify for your vote. Jamaican people not only work more than that, they deserve better than that. I'm going to tell you.
And don't just take their word when they come back for your vote, you know. Even if they have done work to prove that they are for the citizens, don't just take their word that they're going to do this, that, and the third if you vote for them. Hold their blinking feet to the fire. Exactly. Dance and chant at the MP office and everybody places. Listen, you come here and beg my vote and say you're going to do this, that, and the third. You are 3 years in. I'm going to say nothing not go on. What's happening? One, you promised to come and build community centers for the youth in our area. We have whole heap of youth down here. We have whole heap of kete pitney run around that need something to distract them from going in the streets. After they leave school, they need a community center for go play games, for go learn something different. You said you was going to do that, and that's why I'm a vote for you. Here you are, 3 years in, and me don't see nothing go on, nothing, no headway, no sir. You have to do something or you come out. You have to do something and make them do what they said they are going to do.
That's right, Debbie. But like we say, if we have the mindset like a plantation slaves, when the servant come, yo boss, you think none of them are gonna tell him say, do something? My experience in Jamaica growing up is when politicians come, them go one place where them have a bar where them sell alcohol. Them always stop at a place and sell alcohol. And them always stop at the same places.
Mm-hmm.
And when them stop, they have a bag of man round them. You talk about man, we are bad man, we are bodyguard, they are police close by. Out of a roughneck man, I look sinting. So you are trying to come in, you have to rough yourself to go see the boss. Remember you, that the man up there so I push you out, you know. If him vote no work more than you're voting, you know. And everybody have come and they beg something. And if you make your way up there, remember him have a whole small change, you know. I know say small-minded people that come, so you make sure him have a whole small change. So man don't want more than a rum or look of food or you go to school this morning, you know, say about me thing not right, I know, so some floor beat last night, yeah, food money. So them give you money, you put in your pocket, you turn away, gone, past the line of other men lining up to go see the boss to get the small change for the small-minded people.
Mm-hmm.
These are the things me soon may grow. Now, when you go up there, go see the boss, so sit down, run on a chair, on a table, and dish out the money. And some politician beg vote, you know. Look, vote. Yeah, man. Guess what now, people? Nobody is going to get that money from the boss. And out of the same amount where you tell him thanks for that money, you go ask him, boss, what happened to the road? Boss, what happened to the hospital? How come you say go fix your school and the school a fall apart? Debbie, none of them are going to get the money and turn around out of the same amount to tell them thanks.
Nope, not going to do it. Yeah, they're not going to do it.
So,
they're
right there,
absolutely not going to do
the
it.
politicians know to control their mind, Debbie. They work overtime to control these people's mind. Just give them some sweet. You make them hungry. It's like a dog. You make a dog hungry and come in from work, you give him a bone, him still run on it, like you did the roll for him. Make these people starve. When you see them and give them a $5,000, you are Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Nobody no come give me a $5,000 a long time, boss. And 9 in the house, you got the whole 9. How do you understand me? So when people have to change our minds. So as we go down this road, my people, we realize we are getting smarter. We realize we are getting more wiser. And Jamaican people are getting more intelligent. Miss Uno. Me hear you know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes, they are getting more smarter, wiser. Jamaicans are getting more intelligent. It's long time me fuss come on social media come telling you, you know. And some people say, no, they don't see it. When we used to say that, you know, people say, no, they don't see it. But me see it. You know me see it? I think if I was doing what me doing, you would have seen this. Because you have seen the response from people and the pushback from people when we start beating politicians till now. So more people catching on now than back then. Appeal it me get people. You see, I'm chopping that fire there. I want to question somebody drop. I want to comment somebody drop in the comment section. You see, I'm chopping that fire there. I clap them. I clap or question clap in the comment section. Clap me there. Because people are around to beat me in the comment section when we just start. And as we see this thing dropping off, diminishing, and people start speak like them have sense now. That's why I know. Every now and then you find people, descendants in there. You can't stop that. You gotta have people drop a bomb and gone and they don't even live there. It's like a bird when they live for your property, do for your car where you just wash. And fly gone, and you don't picture one tree about where you can fling off him. Can you live by you? So those are the comments you see on social media. Not a follower of Carlos. They don't follow this page, but they will just drop a bomb like a bird. And God, you can respond to them. So, Debbie, give me a final thought. A long time I asked about a final thought, you know.
I know.
And the people like you. Seems as if the people like you. The people want to think about Debbie.
I'm gonna respond to two comments that I see here. One from Stafford said people need to wake up and stop voting for them belly and not for the prosperity of their children. Absolutely 1000% right. Absolutely 1000% right. And Joanne Bennett Scott says she saw a Facebook post where Mrs. Wholeness tell the citizens that they should be cutting the overgrown bushes along the road for free because they are the ones that are going to benefit from it. Hello, excuse me,
You see
woman.
that? I must grind it
What
up and go
happened
sell
to
it to
public works?
grind it up and go sell. What I know? Then give them a little machine them. They must grind it up and go sell it to some farmers up Kingston way. Like, really?
Listen to me. The audacity of these politicians, the cojones of these politicians, forgetting the fact that we, the citizens, are their boss. We vote them in. They work for us. What a theistic Lord Jesus. The woman, go talk about said the citizens must clear road banking and because they're the ones benefiting from it.
And more of it.
Then why do you have a Department of Public Works? Why do you have a Department of Public Works? When they give out MP whole heap of thousands, millions of dollars the other day, give people for clean up embankment. That money should have gone to the public works for that parish so they can do the job of cleaning the roads and cleaning embankments and all of that jazz. You know,
check that money, man. A thief in money, that man.
Yeah. It is absolutely, positively 100% beneficial for people to vote. When you vote, your voice is heard. You are telling the people in charge, say, may I watch you? May I vote for you and may I watch you? We have to make them accountable. We have to make them accountable.
Everything when them do scrutinize it.
I don't business if it's your uncle, your auntie, your father in politics and you have a vote for them, you have to hold them accountable for everything that they say that they're going to do. If it's not 100% done, at least there is something done and there's a semblance of representation that they're giving to the people of their constituency. Coming to the constituency, and another thing, all these MPs should be living in the community where they represent.
That's what I'm saying.
So you know exactly what is going on in your community. How you going to live in a community when I have running water? You live in New Kingston and your constituency are way down in a St. Anne somewhere. When I have no running water, no have no paved roads. You're supposed to live in the area that you represent so you know what is going on in your area so you can take the concerns of your constituents to Parliament to say, look here, my people in Dongsana, you know how long they're not running water? Who in this day and age in 2023 should not have running water? I understand paved roads, okay, those, yeah, all right. Right, we have rural areas that don't pave roads and whatnot. But even in the rural areas, they should have running water. Jamaica, like one of your commenters said, Jamaica is a land of food and water. Build tank to collect the water so everybody can have running water.
People.
We must hold our elected officials accountable. We are their bosses. They work for us.
You tell them, Debbie. You tell them. Tell them, Debbie. You tell them. You tell them, people. When I like Debbie, people.
They must.
You like the people, I'm like, they must be invited on back. But people, it's not the first time they come on. They come on all the time, people. But that first time, I make sure read and all this stuff, you know what I mean? So I get our more in it, people. So one day, Debbie can start our own page, people, yes. I'm encouraging her, people. She's smart.
Okay, yes.
She's a little bit chipper Carlos, you know. She talk to me a lot, so she you know, we bounce ideas back and forth. We lick head. You know, we lick head. So Debbie might have her page, you know, one day to people as a nanny warrior. Why not? I come out and come speak the truth on behalf of the Jamaican people from the diaspora, voice from the diaspora. I speak on behalf of our people. So I think Yeah, man. So, Debbie, thank you so much for joining me, sister. Me will talk to you.
You're welcome.
Me will talk to you
Like
later.
up the live, family. Like up the live.
Like up the
Like up
live.
the live. 100% participation. Everybody on the live, click that like button one time.
Manners
That's
and
all.
respect. Thank you,
All you
Debbie.
need to do, click the like button one time to mark yourself present, and everybody have an amazing, amazing Sunday afternoon. Who for partner go loaf for today? Who a cook rice and peas and chicken?
I was a
Or
bev,
curry
no bev
goat or
simit,
curry
no bev
chicken?
simit, sir. Bless up, Debbie.
Oh,
Bye bye.
babe, we are throwing you out there. We are cooked today. Can we come loaf off of your pot?
Bye bye. Here. No love, sister.
All right, have a good
Respect.
day, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the day. Respect, manners, and respect, everybody.
So, people, what do you think about that? That's my bona fide friend, Debbie Jervis. As you guys always say, Debbie Jervis in the comment section. And people who follow me both on Facebook page and here will hear Debbie Jervis before on my program, Very Smart to Man. So, like a nanny warrior, I may have some other people like a nanny warrior. So, what more I tell my people, I just want to tell you, thank you guys so much for joining this talk. Send a video to anybody who have a banana farm and a plant farm in Jamaica. Some of the farmers them need to hear this. Because it's this the same thing going on in RADA. We don't check RADA yet to find out if there's no funding coming into RADA. Because we know that Jamaica get money from all over the world to help the people. But just like how them things said they look at $10,000 from COVID, they must get it. They must send it to Western Union and MoneyGram. The thief half money off of it. I'm going to say 55 times 2 million people is $110 million just gone. Poof. We love the people. But that's what I'm telling them, manners and respect. Thank you for watching Jamaican Carlos. Jamaica to the world. We want the best for my country, people. We want the best for my country. Thank everybody also. I try to say I can big one up because I'm there and someone there have seen 2 hours I'm there in people. 2 hours. And you know, Bev Smith, manners and respect, enough love from the bottom of my heart. Lawman, big up yourself, family. Straight up, manners and respect. Big up Stafford Garden, manners and respect. Noble warrior, enough respect. Dean Campbell, manners, Dean Campbell. Joan Bennett Scott. Joan Bennett Scott, thank you, I appreciate you. Andrea Vassell, I really appreciate you guys for just hanging out here and giving me the like and giving me the comment and just blessing me with your time and the energy. Latisha Elliott, enough love same way. And I just want to know, said a blogger is nobody without you guys, especially in the comment section. And make nice. It's on the nice in the comment section. That's the type of nice more to hear in the comment section. And I'm going to read them yet still not people. Because when I do my live, I'm going to really read because that's on my program. We cannot do my live properly if I'm reading every comment. It throws me off and I'm going down different tangent. I'm not focusing on the target. I know I like to focus on the target. Alright? So for anybody I'm going to big up. But I don't feel away now. Debbie Jervis in the comment section, big up yourself. Debbie. So, anybody with a big up, next time, man, you know you got manners and respect. Now, people, as usual, I am a student in your guys' class. I am a student in your guys' class. Thank you for the knowledge. So, make sense. Your comments make sense in every sentence. When we're done, me, I'm going to the comment section for my education. Thank you guys. If you're brand new on the page, go ahead and subscribe and click the bell. So whenever we go live, you out us out with and we are reason, we are talk about the comment section same time. Bless upon yourself, manners, respect, enough love. When the chicken and rice and peas, there! And then me I come. Me and them me I come. Bless upon yourself, people. Must I tell you, enough love, peace.